Usually when I make a build video, I try to have like some sort of explanation or like justification for the idea at the beginning. But to be honest, I don't really even know how to start this one today because I just want to make a cube. There is no reason, there is no backstory. I just kind of want to build a cube. This is kind of ridiculous, but I've really been sat here thinking like, wow, it might be kind of fun to try and build like some sort of square thing. The vision that I had kind of involves some platforms. I feel like this might help make it look a little bit more cube-like. Oh, and you know what? This could also be a tiny house. Oh no, it can't be a tiny house. It's got too many tiles because of the roof. Okay, hang on 1 second. How many tiles are you? There we go. That's 98. Okay, well, it's gonna be this big. I feel like there's kind of some challenge here just because it's like so small. It's gonna be hard to make it into a functional building. It's also kind of a weird shape because it is just a square, but we might have to do this like some sort of studio or something. I don't think we can have like a separate bedroom. I also had this idea because I've been doing this a lot recently where I sort of like have the roof overhang a little bit, I guess, kind of like this, and we leave a pillar right there. I feel like that looks kind of cool. It makes it look like the wall continues up or something. Also, if I do that, I've got 8 more tiles. So I wonder if I could make it bigger. Oh, probably not because I need to have the roof expand out. Oh no. Oh, okay. I could do like the exact same thing, but flipped in the back. It's not exactly a cube. This is a rectangle, but we could do this. I don't know what these little bump outs are gonna be. There's kind of a lot of wasted tiles on the roof, so maybe I shouldn't do that. I feel really tempted to like give myself the full 100 tiles, which I guess is kind of silly because the goal is to have the house be a square. So maybe I should just leave it. I think I want to put like really big windows all along this wall, like filling the whole space. I would almost rather it be like all one continuous glass piece, but like this will do. Oh, should we try and have the entrance be like inset into the building? I realize this is making it like even smaller, which is not helping, but forget the tiny house thing. Let's just make it a cube. I think that's kind of cool. Why doesn't this come in an all white swatch? I will never understand this. Like why is there only wood swatches and not like a plain white frame? I guess we could probably use it and be fine. It's just annoying. And then we could have the walkway kind of go across like this. I guess I should put it closer to the front of the lot. It doesn't need to be all the way back there. Would this house have a backyard? Like a fenced in backyard? I guess so, maybe? I was planning on painting this like just plain white. That was kind of the vision that I had all along. I wanted like an all white cube, all white roof. I guess the colors don't match. I want this to be like the same color as that half wall. Is there anything that's like a solid white? No, that has tiles on it. This one's marble. This one glows, which I don't think I want. I guess what I had before was probably best. Is this really the only white swatch? Okay, whatever. I'd rather have the pathway look like this. I might scoot it forward one more. These are kind of annoying because you have to like rotate them to fix it, but I really like how the squares line up like that. I also want to put some sort of trim here, but I don't want it to go all the way around. So to fix that, you can like build a wall where you want it to stay, and then we can hold shift to just paint one wall at a time and then like just paint the front overhang. I could probably do the same thing back here, basically because I don't want it to be like everywhere. I just want it to be right here on that part. And then when I delete the walls, it'll stay where I left it, and we can just put that paint back where it was before. I think that looks better above the windows. Okay, I'm thinking about how we can add in some landscaping places. I don't really like this fence anymore. I might try and do something different. I'm actually kind of considering using some of the debug ones. There's some really good fake fences in the base game debug, like these sort of things. I know that one is not really the vibes, but maybe if we use something similar, just honestly, this one with the stone might be kind of cool. Oh, this one is white and it's also a little bit taller and it kind of fits in with the world. Like it might look kind of cool in Oasis Springs. It's kind of annoying to place because I can't get the sizing like exactly right. I think I kind of like that, especially because it's still like the right shade of white. I guess I didn't really consider that you need a way to like get into the backyard, but we'll figure it out. Oh no. Trying to place these like exactly right is so annoying. I'm like leaning so close to my monitor so I could see it. Come on, like right there maybe? Oh, that looks okay. All right. Do we put a door maybe from the house? I hadn't really thought about doing something like that. That might be okay. I'm not sure this is a good idea. I don't even think it looks that good. Oh, but it does look kind of good though. Like that's kind of cool. Oh, you can overlap them and it doesn't glitch. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. Oh, glitches a little bit when you like hover over it, but that's fine. I think I might be able to make this like exactly perfect because of the the pillar. Okay, this is good. This fits, it's fine. I also like the door there. I think that kind of helps, but I feel like maybe I need to add something. Should I put like no, because that's ugly. The back of this is ugly. Let's be real. There is no excuse. We might need to come back to that. We'll see. For now, I'm just gonna do the rest and we'll revisit it at a later date. Okay, do we put like bushes here? Or is that really weird because it's Oasis Springs? I guess we could do like little succulent type plants. I feel like I would like it better if there was no backyard. I don't think I like the backyard. I think this thing is really throwing me off. I don't know what I want it to look like. At the moment, I'm kind of considering making it smaller and doing the window thing again, like the same as the front. No, that's worse. Just let it be a queue. Just leave it. Maybe we should do the inside and then like revisit the outside because clearly I'm not getting anywhere with this. We need to have a bathroom that like has not giant windows in it anyway, so it's probably for the best to not have those in the back. But what I'm thinking right now is we keep this kind of like a studio sort of space, like not a separate bedroom, and we could have some sort of bed right here, living space right here, and then like a kitchen over in this corner. It can be a really big kitchen too because we have a lot of space. I kind of want to make the entire inside white, like just white everywhere with like plant accents only, kind of how we're doing the exterior. I never use this plain white swatch of the base game counters. I might even use it for this. There are some kind of cool like all white counters, but this one has like the gray concrete countertop. And I also always use these counters from Dream Home Decorator because they have such good swatches. So let's try the base game ones. They also feel kind of modern in this swatch. I think it looks kind of cool. Oh, should we use white appliances too? Or is that like too weird? I don't think it's weird. I think it's kind of cool to do it like this. And we have some kind of cool appliances. I can even get like a white range hood. It's not really white, it's still kind of silver, but you get it. Oh, I guess that's not like as modern of a fridge. Maybe not that one. Okay, never mind. Let's actually use the cool kitchen ones because the cool kitchen one feels more appropriate. Oh, this is base game. What does the cool kitchen one look like? Oh, more white. We'll use that one instead. And then I'll probably raise up these cabinets so they aren't clipping with the fridge anymore. We'll get a sink. This is a very, very interesting kitchen. It's also right next to the door, which isn't ideal, but it's fine. Is it ridiculous to get like a giant TV? It's maybe a little ridiculous. I could size it down. Oh, and we could use the Dream Home Decorator cabinets for this. That could be like the shelf underneath the TV, the console table. Because literally everything is white, we have to be kind of clever with texture, I think. Maybe trying to use a fuzzy rug and like different accent wall textures. I don't like that one as much. Oh, this one doesn't size up very well. I think that's like slightly too big, but that's too small. So what do? Can you combine them together or does it like overlap weird? Oh, definitely overlaps weird. The Snowy Escape one is really good for that because you can like pile them together and you can't really tell that you did. You also can't see them because it blends into the floor. So hang on, let's paint the floors. We could do a wood. We could try it. Oh my God, this is kind of scary. I need to like get some other stuff going on in here first. Any sort of tile accents. I love this tile. I want to like it so badly, but it really, really bothers me how big the tiles are. I want like an in-between of these two. I want them to be like skinnier, but not as long. Like I just want some more plain white tiles. I don't really want to do like this tile because ew. Maybe this one in the plain white. It's just like a stacked white square tile. I guess you can't really go wrong with that. So maybe I'll try it. I think I'm gonna raise these up off the floor like a floating console table because that kind of thing happens in real life. And then I can like kind of put the rug under it. I'm beginning to worry that we're gonna need like as much space as we can get. So I'm gonna want a couch, obviously not that couch, but I'm gonna want a couch here and a bed here. I've never done an all white bedroom, so I don't even really know what options we have. I do like this, but I don't think that I like the style of it for this room. This one might be okay because it's got some pattern to it. I'm gonna save that for a second. Oh, this one might also be good too. Okay, save that. Just put them in the front yard. That one probably has too much purple. This Snowy Escape one could work. Oh, this one from Dream Home Decorator could also work. That one might have too traditional of a headboard. I don't think this one has enough texture. I feel like of these, I think I almost like the Dream Home Decorator one best because it has like the textured bedspread and the blanket at the end. Okay, I originally thought that I would be able to get a computer over here. Oh, that still works. Okay, that's fine. We can still do that. I wanted to have a computer desk in the corner because I don't really know where else we could put it. And I feel like we kind of need to have a computer. Like that's kind of a necessity in a Sims build these days. If we can try and do interesting shapes, but oh, what are you doing? You look way worse that way. Hang on. Okay. That's better. Well, I like this little side table for the living room. I don't like this couch. Let me just get rid of it. I do like the idea of this little table because it's got the books on it, which adds some color. And it also has like the gray, which gives a little bit more dimension. Or we could do like this one because it also has some more stuff going on, but it has drawers. So we could pretend that maybe it's like a dresser or something. And then it has like the glass, which is a little bit different. I feel like that's probably better. As far as couches go, there's so many that I like never use. I don't think I've ever used this couch. I kind of don't even know what swatches it has. They're not all bad. It's just not really my style. This is like the perfect end of bed bench. I need to use this more often. I'm gonna leave that for a second. I don't think that I can fit it in here, but I do kind of like it. This one I used to hate. This one was with City Living and the default swatch is like brown. I don't know. I just hated this couch. It's not that bad, but I really don't love it. Why does nothing work? Why is like nothing what I'm trying to go for? This one has some beige pillows, which is kind of throwing off the style that I was going for, but it's big, so it has more seating. I kind of want to use a coffee table too. I really like this. Like, to me, this feels really cozy over here. Okay, I also really wanted to have a dining table. I don't know if that's possible for us. I would really like to though. I know how tight of a space this is. I think that could work. Your Sims can still get in and out. Barely, but they can. Hanging plant. That could be so cool. We could put that like at the end of the kitchen or something. All right, this is where it's gonna start getting more interesting because we can start adding decorations in and the decorations are gonna make it less sad inside. I feel really tempted to have like the only color in here be from plants. That was kind of the original vision that I had. Oh, this might give us a chance to use some artwork if it was just plant themed. Like if we kind of really embrace that idea, we could do plants on the wall. Is there like a little stool or something that I could put? I just kind of like the idea of slightly more seating. This is also a slightly different color, which could be good because it like maybe ties in the beige a bit more on the couch and it has some texture to it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to find places for all these plants, but it feels like there's not a lot of space to put them. Shockingly, in a house this tiny, there's not a lot of room. Oh, should we do curtains? I guess that could be kind of nice because that also adds some texture. Yeah, you know what? I think that's a good touch. I feel like that makes it feel nicer. Oh, unless I put wait, what? Oh no. What if we did the curtains like one-sided? So we had like big curtain panels in the bedroom and had it open on the rest? I guess I kind of want to overlap them a little bit like that. Like as if they had pulled all the curtains to just one side. I like it being asymmetrical a little bit better because I think it helps give some divide between the spaces. Okay, I probably shouldn't use two fuzzy rugs in the same room. We need to have a rug that has some texture to it, but not fuzzy. We talked about this. Okay, no. That one is also fuzzy. Why is everything that's white fuzzy? Should I use the one from the knitting pack? That feels kind of cozy. I'm trying to pick some fun lighting too, just because we need to add visual interest and we can't do it with color. Is that really weird? What if I had it above the nightstand? No, never mind, sorry. I tried, but it was weird. Maybe we could do this above the bed and then like a 3 wide one, maybe like this above the coffee table. Because that's kind of cool. Okay, so as far as wallpaper goes, I mostly just want to use like somewhat plain things. But for example, this is kind of cool because it has some texture. Maybe I could use this wallpaper behind the TV because the wall doesn't have a lot on it and I don't want to put like art or something. It's kind of fun looking through the decorations right now, like trying to find things that might work for this because I don't often like search for specifically white clutter. But maybe like some candles on the coffee table could be cute. No, I don't know if I like that. Oh, we could put the phone and keys on the coffee table. These Sims don't have like an entry table. All they have is this, which, I mean, it's not like it's a big place, so it's fine. Maybe I'll use this plant instead because I can fit it in the corner better and there's like more walking space still. We could use like these and then maybe like the paper towels or something. Oh, debug is so annoying. I've got like so much to scroll past, all because I wanted those silly little fences. Okay, but I think that's kind of cute. We need to leave at least one counter open so they can actually cook with it. What sort of lamp do you think? Maybe something small, or would like a tall lamp be better? Something more substantial? I guess a lot of these things are kind of weird though. I kind of like this. I'm trying to like walk the line of decorating, but not having it be like too decorated. Okay, I also kind of forgot about the bathroom, so we need to figure this out too. We do have some kind of fun tile. There is some stuff from Spa Day. For some reason, it's not showing up. Is it classed as gray? You're trying to tell me that's gray? Because I don't agree. Should I just use that same gray tile everywhere in here maybe? I think that would be okay. At this point, this place is so expensive. We can use whatever we want. We can have like the nicest shower. Let's get the golden toilet. No, I'm just kidding. We'll use a nice toilet though, but maybe not the golden one. How about this one? This one kind of works for the style that we're going for too. Just a little one. Why is it so dark in here? Is it because I put 3 windows? Should I do a different window? Oh, okay. Or a different bathroom altogether. What about that? That one from Snowy Escape is smaller, but okay, it's still kind of big, but it's just one. I think the game gets kind of weird with lighting when you have like a lot of windows in a space. It makes it darker somehow. I don't really understand how, but it's The Sims 4, so no one's surprised. Should I bother with putting like a shade on it? I mean, do you have neighbors? Oh, you have neighbors. Okay, yeah, we'll put a curtain there. I really like this mirror. This is the one from that kit that Jessie made. There's not a lot of wall space in the house, so I can't put it anywhere outside of the bathroom. So I might use it as the bathroom mirror. Ooh. We could use this sink. Does this look okay together? It's kind of interesting. There's not a lot of space for decorations. I feel like I don't really know how to add more than that because I can't put like a plant in here. There's no space for a plant. I could probably leave it. I do actually like this house. It's kind of cool. It definitely needs some help on the outside, but we will get there. Oh, wait. I was gonna put a different texture on this wall and I kind of forgot. So let's try that. I think I wanted to do like a brick or something, or even if it was like, I don't know, a tile like this, just so that there's like something else there. That's like a bit too much brick for me. This one is really, really white, but it's got like some subtle brick to it. I think that might be good. I really want to have landscaping, but I decided to build it in a desert. So I don't know like how much landscaping is acceptable. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I really, really would like to have some bushes, but you know, I think that's kind of okay. I guess it's also like kind of contained, and they probably like, they have a really expensive house, so they probably like pay someone to take care of them. We're gonna need a mailbox. Should I put it like on the edge there? I think that's good. Okay, and I kind of tend to want to use like these trees. Whenever I do houses like this, I always lean towards these. And it's because not in this neighborhood, but in like the fancier neighborhood in Oasis Springs, they have a bunch of trees like this. So I've just like decided that it's okay and that they work. I'm gonna be honest, I'm almost a little bit scared to see the price of this house, but it's fine. It's fun, right? It's all just fun. If you make a tiny house that's not even 1 bedroom that costs like 50,000 simoleons, so what? Oh, it's only 30. Oh, okay, that's not that bad. This is a pretty nice house. I hate the back. I don't know what to add into the back. I don't really want them to have a backyard. I kind of want the lot to be tiny. Like, I wish they didn't have a yard. I'm gonna put it on the gallery. I sort of have visions of like playing with a programmer sim or something, and they live here in this nice house. It feels kind of peaceful in here, which is good because it also could lean a little bit clinical. The fact that it's like so white and so like sterile almost, but I feel like it's kind of nice. It's fun to try and do things like this that are a little bit weird sometimes. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe because I make a lot of Sims content here on YouTube. And with that being said, I think I'm gonna cut this video right here and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Okay? Bye everybody. I don't make a lot of modern things. I guess this one like barely counts because it is just a square, but I still think it's cool. I'm trying to branch out, okay? I'm trying to do interesting builds.